Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about Unit 2 for the aim high, and it's called winning and losing. But for today we are going just to talk about lessons 1 and 2. Here we have a quick revision and we will rewrite some sentences. Number 1, let's watch a new movie at home tonight. Use I suggested. You will have just 3 seconds to answer the question. And the answer is going to be, I suggested watching a new movie at home last night. Number 2, I always refuse to deal with bad people. Use avoid. And the answer is going to be, I avoid dealing with bad people. Number 3, we need to buy some new clothes. Use what? Here we will have to make a question using what. And the answer will be, what do you need to buy? Okay, let's move on. For today, we have some new vocabulary that will help us with this lesson. The first one, survival instinct. Again, survival instinct. And it means the natural force that helps us in dangerous situations. And we will have an example for it. We will say, her survival instinct took control and she slowly headed for the beach. Okay, number 2, sponsors. Again, sponsors. And it means businesses that pays sports stars to advertise their services or products. And for the example, we will say, the actor lost his sponsors when he failed in his last movie. The next one, it's career. Again, career. And it means a job or a profession that you have been trained for and which you do for a long period of time. And for this we will say, he really has a successful career. The next one, it's called grit. And this verb is in the second form. And it means held something strongly. And for this we will say, Bethany gripped her board with her other hand. And let's move on. The next one is called wound. Please repeat after me. Wound. And it means an injury to a part of the body. And for this we will say, the nurse cleaned the wound. Okay, let's go to the last one. And it's called recuperate. Again, recuperate. And it means to become healthy again after an illness or accident. And for this we will say, he is still recuperating from his operation. Okay, let's move on. Here we have some extended vocabulary for lesson 2. Number 1, set something aside. Please note that all of those expressions use the verb set. Number 1, set something aside. And it means to keep or save something for use later. And for this we will say, my father sets some money aside each month. Number 2, set something back. and it means to delay the progress of somebody or something. And for this we will say, he set all the process back. Number 3, sit somebody down, and it means to stop to let a passenger get out. And for this we will say, passengers may be set down and picked up only at the official stops. Again, passengers may be set down and picked up only at the official stops. And number 4, set in, and it means to arrive and stay for a period of time, especially an illness or bad weather. And for this we will say, the rain seemed to have set in for a long time. Number 5, set off, and it means to start a journey. And for this we will say, we set off for London just after 10. And for the last one, to set on somebody, and it means to attack somebody suddenly. And for this we will say, I opened the gate and was immediately set on by a large dog. Let's move on. And here some expressions using the verb play. Number 1, it's play a joke on someone, and it means to prank someone or to trick someone. And for this we will say, I always play joke on my mate. Number 2, it's a play along with. It means only to pretend to agree with someone. And for this we will say, I hate a long talk, so I always play along with all the people. Number 3, it's called play the fool, and it means to behave in a silly way. And for this we will say, we all hated the party yesterday because our friend played the fool all the party. Number 4, it's a play with fire, and it means to take a risk. And for this we will say, I am a risky man, so all the time I like to play with fire. Number 5, it's a play something back, and we use it with the recorders, and it means play something that is recorded on a machine. And for this we will say, when I want to listen back to my memories, I play the recorder back. Thank you. Let's move on. Here we have some prepositions of movements. Number 1 is called towards. And towards means in the direction of somebody or something. And for this we will say, we moved towards the bank in lines. Number 2, it's across, and it means at the other side of something. And for this we're going to say, there is a bank right across the street. Number 3, it's called through, and it means from one side and out of the other. And for this we are going to say, to go to the end of the street, we have to go through a little tunnel. Number 4, it's into, and it means toward the inside of something or in the direction of. And for this, we're going to say, please come into the house. Number 5, it's along, and it means straight. And we will say for this, walk along the street and you will find the bank you want. Number 6, it's up. And we all know this, to or at higher level. And for this, we are going to say, she climbed up the tree. Thank you. Now, let's do some exercises on the vocab. Number 1, he needed 2 months to scream, recuperate, rush, or sink from the accident. You have your 3 seconds. And now the answer is going to be recuperate. He needed 2 months to recuperate from the accident. And let's move on to number 2. There were some great waves for golf, athletics, surfing, sleeping last week. Okay, and the answer is going to be, there were some great waves for surfing last week. Again, there were some great waves for surfing last week. Number 3, unfortunately, fortunately, luckily, happily, he broke his leg when he was skiing. So the answer is going to be, unfortunately, he broke his leg when he was skiing. Number 4, it was her surfing, survival, serving, starting instinct that made her swim to the beach. And the answer is going to be, it was her survival instinct that made her swim to the beach. Number 5, the train sets off, on, up. Again, the train sets off, on, up at 9 o'clock. So please arrive at the station at 8:30. And the answer is going to be, the train sets off. And please remember that if we have one F, it's pronounced as of. But if we have 2 F, we will say off. So it will be, the train sets off at 9 o'clock. So please arrive at the station at 8:30. Now number 6. The thieves set on, back, aside, down the man as he left the bank. And the answer is going to be, the thieves set on the man as he left the bank. And as here means immediately after he left the bank. Number 7, the cold weather sets up, on, off, in, early in Scotland. And the answer is going to be, the cold weather sets in early in Scotland. Number 8, we left the cinema and slowly, battled, gripped, set in, headed for home. And the answer is going to be, we left the cinema and slowly headed for home. That means after we left the cinema, we slowly went back home. And here we go. Number 9. When I go to bed, I always lie off, face down, away, outside on my bed. And the answer is going to be, when I go to bed, I always lie face down on my bed. And thank you. Okay, and now after doing the exercises on choose, and we have chosen the right answers, now we're going to do this exercise, and it will be rewrite the following sentences using the words in the brackets. Number 1, he broke his leg while he was playing football. Use when. So the answer is going to be, you have your 3 seconds, and the answer is going to be, he was playing football when he broke his leg. And again, it will be, he was playing football when he broke his leg. Now, number 2, my dad saves some money every month for the holidays. Use aside, and you will have your 3 seconds. And the answer is going to be, my dad sets some money aside every month for the holidays. Again, my dad sets some money aside every month for the holidays. Now number 3, Lida is an excellent swimmer and we think she will win the medal. Use outstanding. You have your 3 seconds. And now the answer is going to be, Lisa is an outstanding swimmer and we think she will win the medal. Again, the answer is going to be, Lisa is an outstanding swimmer and we think she will win the medal. And thank you.